Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. My name is Graham and welcome to my show, and today we have the battle of the Kevins. On the one side we got Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. On the other side we got MeetKevin from YouTube. And today we're going to be reacting to Kevin O'Leary reacting to MeetKevin making $6 million a year in Ventura, California. Wait for it, millennial money. I know this is going to be an incredible episode because Kevin O'Leary is cutthroat. He is ruthless and he is going to tear into Kevin for I'm not sure what. But before we start, we got to do our part to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and also big thank you to Simply Safe for sponsoring this video, but more on that later.
Hey, Mr. Wonderful here, and I'm about to watch an interesting video, very catchy title, Living on $6 million a year in Ventura, California, Millennial Millionaire.
He said it wrong. It's millennial money. Millennial millionaire, actually. That's a pretty good name.
It was absolutely surreal. I remember that night after the kids going down, you asked me how much that I thought you made, everything related to YouTube.
In just May.
Just 1 month.
Hold on there, Bubba Louie. A wife and a husband in business together. I can see that right from the beginning of the video, and she doesn't know what he makes? Wait a second. That should have been discovered and disclosed long before they tied the knot.
Oh, no, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, Kevin. You know what? I should have Kevin 1 and Kevin 2. Kevin 1 is Kevin O'Leary. Kevin 2 is MeetKevin. The thing with Kevin 2, he makes so much money that it would be impossible really to break down how much Kevin makes within more than a range of like 50 grand. I kid you not. Kevin's probably got so many different income sources that like plus or minus 50 grand would be just it would be just like a little footnote in terms of how much he makes. So yeah, I actually think it's pretty reasonable that unless you spend probably an entire day adding up every source of income, you probably have no idea how much he makes.
A typical day for me starts at about 5 a.m. Then I go down to my garage office set where I have a walking treadmill, and I'll catch up on whatever projects we need to work on for our real estate investments, and I'll plan out the days of videos.
You know, I can really feel for this guy. This is the way I live. I sit in a studio with a green screen behind me all day long. That's just the way the world has turned digital. But he's focused on real estate. A lot of his money is coming from his partnership in the YouTube channel. That's my guess.
Yeah, see, he's right. Kevin's watched so many Millennial Money episodes at this point. He already knows where this is going. They got a YouTube channel, they do some investing on the side, and they make $20 bajillion a year.
After that, by about 2 p.m., I like to go on a run with Lauren, so I get a little bit of fresh air outside since I'm mostly stuck in the office from 5 to 2, answering text messages or calls or filming videos.
The guy works out during the day. He's standing at a desk with a treadmill. I get it, although it looks a little nuts.
That's funny. It does look a little bit nuts. I don't know how Kevin could actually be at a desk walking while being able to do research like that. I don't know. I gotta be so comfy on the couch with like blankets all around me, just like snuggled in, sprawled out on the couch for me to be able to do work with my headphones in and no distractions. I can't imagine just like walking or doing anything like that while I'm working.
Now, 22 properties, 20 are rental. Did I call it right? Yes, I did. That's how you make $5 million.
I don't think so. Here's the thing. The majority, and this is not a dig to Kevin at all because I'm in the same situation, and I don't even have 20 properties, but still, the majority of the income would be from YouTube. Now, Kevin's making a ton of money from the rental properties, but compared to what he's generating from YouTube right now, it's a sliver because YouTube, you're able to work on it like 24/7, pump out 20 videos a day. That's gonna make you more money than a passive real estate investment that maybe you spend like 5 hours a month on.
Here, let's see what they're spending. Housing, for their own cost, just over $3,000, $3,700. Insurance, that makes sense, $2,000. Food, $2,100. They got 2 kids, that makes sense. Nothing crazy here.
Yeah, at this point though, it's like nothing they could spend money on honestly moves the needle. And that's like this scary realization that even if you're cutting back like a few $1,000s a month in his situation, that's the money that like you don't even notice it. Like his account could be minus 20K, like that. Some of that could just go completely unnoticed. You would have no idea.
Oh, here's a piece of news. They both became millionaires in their mid-20s at 23 and 24. My guess is when they marked to market the value of their homes less the debt, it was worth $2 million, and they're millionaires each. But that's not liquid. I've always said when it comes to determining whether you're a millionaire, I want to see $1 million cash. in the bank.
Oh, come on, that's stupid. That I actually strongly disagree with. You really think that most millionaires are sitting there with $1 million in cash in the bank? What's the point of that? Unless you just sold the business or you sold something and you're in between investments, I would much rather have $1 million sitting in the stock market and zero cash than $1 million cash and zero in stocks. I think that's pretty stupid.
Whoa.
Oh, those are amateur numbers compared to now. Now I think it's $25 million in investments, or maybe it's 20 now that Kevin's paid down some of that margin. It's just absurd.
7.4 million in investments across multiple brokerage accounts. That's impressive. Now, I guess my question immediately becomes, why isn't that being used to pay off the mortgages?
Now, in Kevin's situation, the mortgages make a lot of sense. They're on cash-flowing rental properties. They protect Kevin against inflation. He could use that money as a tax write-off. I thought about paying down the mortgages. I thought about just one swoop, wiping them all out. I can't do it. Logically, I just can't fathom giving up 2.8% interest rates fixed for 30 years. It's that's an interest rate, I don't know if I'm ever gonna see that again. I just can't do it.
Yeah, there you have it. They tried to go into construction. They didn't know what they're doing. They blew their brains out. They lost $1 million. Stick with what you know. Stick with what you're good at.
Yeah, construction is such a difficult business unless you're going to be in it all the time. I see people in construction, they are constantly going from one site to another, to another, to another. 7 days a week, 30 days a month, with the exception of major holidays. It's a grueling business.
That's going to make about 20 grand a month. That's pretty good.
Kevin, 20 grand a month. Yeah, no. Kevin doesn't know MeetKevin. MeetKevin's ad revenue is the highest that I have ever seen on YouTube. Listen, if you think my numbers are crazy, look at Kevin's numbers. I guarantee you, look at Kevin's numbers, they're double, minimum double what I'm doing. Because Kevin's posting 6 times a day. It's insane.
You can get sponsors. Clearly, Kevin's doing that.
Funny enough, Kevin's not even doing sponsors on his channel like we are because we got this episode sponsored by SimpliSafe. Now, for those not aware, SimpliSafe is an incredibly reliable, effective home security system that makes sure your home is professionally monitored 24/7. It's shipped right to your door. It's incredibly easy to use. It's very intuitive to set up yourself. And then from there, your home is protected 24/7. All, by the way, for the low cost of just 50 cents a day with no contracts. They've got sensors to cover every window, room, and door, plus lots of great extras like water sensors, temperature sensors, and HD cameras. And listen, I'm not a handy person by any means, but if I'm able to set this up myself in under an hour with no tools, without even reading the instructions, pretty much anyone could do it. Not to mention, their devices are incredibly small and sleek, so you don't even notice them. I really enjoy the peace of mind it gives me just to be able to go on my phone and check in on my home from wherever I am, and SimpliSafe makes that incredibly easy to do from their app. Then, of course, if anything happens, SimpliSafe will take the appropriate action and make sure the police get called. Lately, it's been so nice to be able to check in anytime Amazon delivers a package, or if I go out of town for the weekend, I can arm my house and check in from wherever I am. So I gotta say, just for that alone, it's 100% worth it. Plus, their customer service is so nice, they're incredibly helpful, and they're there for whatever you need. So if you're interested in learning more or want to get one for yourself, visit simplysafe.com/GrahamStephanShow to get one for yourself. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how MeetKevin should be doing his sponsors like we do. Cheers, guys. Let's get back to the video.
We all had to work as a family to try and figure out the balance because Kevin's nature is very much take on as much as you can possibly take on and work, 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 work.
Always an issue, the balance within a family. This kid sounds like me at that age. Work, work, work. Why? Because I don't know I'm successful yet. So the whole idea is, can you integrate work and life and family and balance? And here's the answer: no.
I was literally about to say no. Not if you want to get to this sort of level. I don't believe you can. Here's what I kind of think. I think there are times and places in your life where you could prioritize one thing over another. I think throughout your 20s and maybe early mid-30s, it's okay to prioritize work. And then I think as you get older, maybe that starts to rotate into family or into hobbies or other things once you've already put in the work up front. So that's kind of what I believe. In the beginning, no, you can't have that sort of balance, but you can, and you could rotate it over time as you get older. So that's kind of what I think.
The most I've ever made in a month from YouTube has been $1.5 million $170,000. I don't even know how to say that right.
That's a huge number. So, and I'll tell you what he's got there, a tremendous amount of sponsorships. He's not getting that from ad share. That's really, really good. That's a good number.
Kevin doesn't do a single sponsorship because he's just churning out these videos all the time. He's making a lot of money from YouTube ad revenue and a decent amount of money from affiliates and his program sales. So between all of that, there's $1 million a month, pretty much. And actually, recently, we had him on the Iced Coffee Hour podcast, linked down below in the description, where he revealed that now his best month was over $2 million. No sponsorships, it's just every day he's however many videos I do in a week, he's doing in a day. It's nuts.
Over the last 18 months now, our revenue has gone from just being real estate commissions to, well, breaking even or losing money on the construction business, to making a little bit of money on YouTube, $100 a day, $3,000 a month, to where we are now, where YouTube is paying somewhere around $200,000 a month. Affiliates and my courses and my educational programs, which people love, and then they'll go buy another one.
So what he's doing is selling his courses inside. So that 200K, the majority of it is coming from the courseware he's selling. Smart move.
I want to see this longer. They're cutting off Kevin, I think, too soon. You know Kevin probably talked for like 3 minutes on that, but they're like, no, we got to make the video close to 10 minutes. I think at this point, they could make an 18-minute video, have Kevin speak longer, have Kevin 1 speak longer, and people would love it. Like, I want to hear more of Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary, honestly, could just react to every single video, and I would watch all of them. I would watch all of them.
I don't always follow all the rules that I'm supposed to, and sometimes that's not so good. There were a couple instances that came up, one particularly where there was a real estate syndicator named Grant Cardone.
I know Grant Cardone.
Oh, wow. Imagine if Kevin O'Leary texts Grant right after this.
Hey man, what's going on with that Kevin guy?
Yikes. Listen, I am very glad that Kevin took a different direction after that. That was painful for me to watch, and yeah, for a little while there, I mean, that I don't want to say it got in between our friendship, but there was certainly an aspect to that where it's like, if Kevin's poking the bear all of a sudden, and then I'm hanging out with Kevin all the time, am I poking the bear too because I'm hanging out with Kevin? And so it became this thing where it's like, I wanted to distance myself a little bit from any bear poking. I don't like poking the bear. Let the bear sleep. If the bear's doing its thing, let's not bother the bear. Let it do its thing. Focus on you. And lately, Kevin has been doing that and doing it fantastically well.
And so I decided to do what any normal person would do and just make YouTube videos making fun of the guy and delivering flowers to his office to make a point that what he was doing was not what I agreed with.
Okay, very cool move on Kev's part. What is he doing? He's trading off the brand Cardone has built. He's known by millions of people. Look, people do that all the time to capture more eyeballs and acquire more customers. It's a strategy. It worked.
Yeah, listen, it did work, and Kevin got the attention. It reminds me kind of like, regardless of how you feel about him, okay? Jake Paul and Mayweather. Did you guys see this? Jack, I don't know if we can include the footage here because I don't want to get the video taken down, but guys, go and check out Jake Paul Mayweather. Jake Paul goes and grabs Mayweather's hat and says, ha ha, got your hat, got your hat. And it turns out to be like this all-out just brawl. Now, you could argue that that's very disrespectful, that's unsportsmanlike. I mean, maybe cross the line, fine. But for the attention it got, jeez, that's a lot of publicity that just for yanking a hat. Listen, whether or not you agree with that from a publicity standpoint, man, it works.
Oh, just hold on here. Kevin gets charged with trespassing. Charges were dismissed. Grant's a nice guy at the end of the day. 100,000 in legal fees, of course. You're running a business, you're going to run into legal issues, primarily around closing real estate. That's a cost, no question about it.
I want to see his thoughts on this. This is where it gets good. I wonder if this, I don't know if this video is still on YouTube, but geez, it was a wild video. Kevin, I'll sum it up. Kevin, as a joke, delivered flowers to Grant Cardone's office. And I'll leave out some of the details, but basically, they kicked out Kevin. They started throwing out the flowers in the back. They didn't want to accept the flowers from Kevin. And then Kevin comes back in with the flowers after being kicked out. Now, a lot of details that I'm leaving out there, but basically that's the gist of it. And then that second time he came in, it was trespassing.
I do think with Kevin, it's in his nature to always work, and he kind of gets like a high from making money.
He ain't gonna stop. It doesn't work that way. You can't stop. When you're an entrepreneur and you're successful and it's working, you don't stop.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think at a certain point, though, there might be diminishing returns. Like, if all you're after is money, then yeah, the difference between like $100 million and $101 million, it's the same thing. You know, it's not going to make that much of a difference. But you could tell, Kevin is really passionate about what he's doing. He loves doing it, and I agree. I think there's always going to be something else for Kevin, and I think he's always going to be continuing to push the limits, and I think the next step for him, if he could be governor, I would love that. That would be so much, that would be cool. I would love that.
I'm going to give them an 8.743 rating. That's pretty good because I never really get past 9. No one's perfect.
8.743. What did he give me? Let's see.
I'm going to give him an 8.234.
Okay, so I got like half a point below Kevin. But you know what? Financially, I would say Kevin got me beat, okay? So he deserves a slightly higher score.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to CNBC Make It.
Oh, I love this. Kevin 1 should absolutely be doing way more reaction videos. Honestly, CNBC, go and just have Kevin O'Leary reacting to everything. Listen, I would watch that. I'm not a huge fan of some of the other people who react to the episodes. Barbara Corcoran was great. She is fantastic. You know what? Mark Cuban. If you could get Mark Cuban to go and react to some of these videos, oh, that would be incredible. But either Kevin 1 or Mark Cuban reacting to videos, that would be a game over. But either way, hearing Kevin 1's reaction to this, loved it, and this is another fantastic episode of, wait for it, Millennial Money. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to destroy the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I post there pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there, as on the new vlog channel. That's right, we got a new channel. It's called The Family. The link to that is down below in the description. We post there every single week with a crazy episode. You guys are going to love this. This last week, we set up Jack on like 4 blind dates in an episode, and he had to pick somebody blindfolded. So guys, if you want to see like crazy stuff like that, link down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.